Hey fam, I want you to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Roland S. Martin. And don't forget to turn on your notifications. All right, folks, after R. Kelly got out of jail last night, he quickly went to a McDonald's in the River North section of Chicago. Here's video that folks took at that McDonald's of R. Kelly in that particular restaurant. And so there were individuals there who he signed autographs, also took photos with them. When it was over, he actually went to a cigar bar in Chicago as well. Now, we also have details in terms of the woman who actually bailed him out of jail. And that is, of course, she signed the slip. She signed the particular slip. Her name is Valencia Love, owns several different restaurants. They're in a suburb of Chicago. And she also owns a daycare center as well. And so she, in talking with different folks, she said that she bailed him out because they are friends, and that he's out. He does. She said that he has a right to be innocent until proven guilty. And when I was sitting here watching, I was on social media earlier, and I was looking at the video at the McDonald's, also looking at, of course, talking about the woman who bailed him out. I saw these tweets from Tisha Barnes, who, of course, is one of the co-founders of the MuteRKelly movement. And she said, R. Kelly going to McDonald's doesn't surprise me. People bailing him out of jail doesn't surprise me. People playing his music and dancing on the hood of cars at the McDonald's doesn't surprise me. We have a pathological apathy regarding sexual violence in the black community. She joins us right now. Kenyette, glad to have you back on Roland Martin Unfiltered.
It's great to be back. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. So, first of all, I got to get your reaction. I've already seen some people reacting. They said that there's no way in the world they would be having their child at a daycare of where somebody who owned it bailed out R. Kelly. And the others said they're shocked that a woman came forward, a 47-year-old woman came forward to bail out R. Kelly. Your thoughts?
I have so many that are swirling around in my head, but I agree with those who believe that Miss Love's the audacity to own a daycare center and to then subsequently bail out a sexual predator is reprehensible. I mean, the cognitive dissonance must be given her whiplash. So I do agree with those individuals, definitely. It's inappropriate.
And when you talk about the folks, the reaction to R. Kelly going to the McDonald's, there were some people who went in, got autographs. There were people who were cheering him on, saying, "We love you, R. Kelly," playing his music there. Did not sit too well with you.
Not at all. So there's a couple of things. I mean, when we only have a 3% conviction rate in the United States for sexual violence, sexual crimes anyway, and over 200,000 untested rape kits in the United States, it really speaks and it tells us that we don't take sexual crimes seriously. So let's deconstruct that further into the black community. You often hear whenever you bring up sexual crimes in a black community that white supremacy is what we need to be focused on, not sex crimes. And, you know, while others might enter this as a legal professional, I entered this as an activist and as a survivor of child pornography. And to be totally honest with you, this is something that happens in the black community all the time. And black girls are not believed. They are not protected. We live in a culture where there is apathy around sexual violence in the black community. And I think I made that pretty clear in that tweet.
And one of the things that's interesting, I talk about the woman who bailed out R. Kelly, Valencia Love. She released a statement saying that police should be more concerned about priests who abuse kids than R. Kelly. And I'm thinking about just yesterday where the highest-ranking priest ever, the Vatican treasurer, the bishop there in Australia, found guilty of sexually assaulting 2 choir boys. I'm just trying to understand why can't both things happen at the same time? If someone in this country, entertainer or not, is having sex with underage girls, I don't understand why the Chicago police can't do that job and target priests who are assaulting kids.
I agree 100%. If you listen to the whataboutisms, as I often say, you would think that we only have one investigator in the United States. We have the capacity and the bandwidth within our law enforcement world to actually focus on several things at once, including the over 30-year sexual predatory history of Robert Sylvester Kelly.
And again, when you think about, again, for African Americans, when you look at radio stations still playing his music, there are people who say, look, he's been found not guilty, he's not being convicted, so therefore, why should I stop listening to his music? Why should I get rid of my playlist? Why should stations stop playing it? Your response when you hear that from black folks?
Neither was George Zimmerman, but the last time I checked, there were hundreds of thousands of people marching in the streets around the country when he was acquitted. Because we understand we have a culture, we have a history where white supremacy does sometimes go unchecked. Let's relate that to sexual violence. In the black community, sexual violence goes unchecked. Most survivors of sexual violence don't even bring their accusers to justice. When they go forth and talk about it, they're told to shut up, that they shouldn't talk about it because it brings shame upon the family, shame upon the community. We have generational trauma when it comes to having sexual predators in our own families. Every Thanksgiving dinner, Roland, many black women are forced to sit down, hold hands, pray, and eat turkey with their predators. Tell me we don't have a problem about sexual violence in our community, and I can bring you the receipts.
All right, then. Well, we surely appreciate it. Thanks a lot. And we'll, of course, be covering this story, and then we'll see if Michael Avenatti has another tape to drop on Kim Foxx in the Cook County State's Attorney's Office in the R. Kelly case. Thanks a bunch.
Thank you for having me.
All right,
folks, back to that Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment.
All right, folks, calling all HBCU alumni, students, and leaders, enter the Ford Motor Company HBCU Mobility Challenge and win $25,000 for your school. Building on their long-term support of HBCUs, Ford is looking to improve mobility in HBCU communities through innovative solutions. The winning program will receive a grant of up to $25,000 to implement the proposal. Now, the deadline is to apply is March 31st, 2019. Go to FGB.Life for more information to apply. FGB.Life for more information to apply. And if you're watching, tell your HBCU that if they don't know about this, they need to be doing it. You should be pushing this on social media. Again, folks, 25 grand that could go to one of the HBCU campuses. Ford goes further in our community, and we certainly appreciate them being a partner here on Roland Martin Unfiltered.
Now back to your Roland Martin Unfiltered video.